Batting second will be the left fielder.
Andy Price along with Dave Ogle here at Palm Field at St. Anthony Village, and it's time for the 2020 Minnesota Amateur Baseball Tournament, brought to you in partnership with the Minnesota Baseball Association and presented by Xfinity. Xfinity One is the hub for all things sports with the Xfinity Sports Zone, and by Wings Financial. We're for people like you. Wings Financial, proud partner here of the 2020 Minnesota Baseball Amateur State Baseball Championship. Class A going on this weekend. We start Class B and C next weekend. Over 80 games of baseball, and you can see them all right here on PrepSpotlight.tv. Andy Price, Dave Ogle with you, and it is the Minnetonka Millers taking on the Metro Knights in this sixth Sweet 16 game, and it should be a fun one. The Skippers 14 times they've won this. I want to keep calling them the Skippers. The Millers 14 times state champions in Class A. They haven't won it for 3 years. 2017 was the last time that they took home the title. They've come in and been on fire here this tournament time as well as the regular season. They have I think outscored their opponents 55-4 through the tournament time through pool play, and they are getting ready to take on the Metro Knights, and the Millers are taking the field right now, and we'll go through the lineups for you as we can. In this 9-inning game, the winner here will take on Baseball 365 next Saturday at 4 o'clock in the quarterfinals, also right here at Palm Field and St. Anthony Village. We go through the lineup. The Metro Knights will be batting first. The score bug will show it backwards is what we're normally used to. So the Millers are the home team. The Knights are the visiting team and will be batting first. In center field, Chester Dixon will be leading off for the Metro Knights. Tristan Whitbeck will be playing left field and batting second. Ben Nipple will be at second base and batting third. The cleanup hitter, Josh Thorpe from University of St. Thomas, he's a right fielder. He'll be batting fourth. Ben Suits will be batting fifth and playing first base. The designated hitter is Andrew Murphy, and he'll be batting sixth. Austin Gerillo, Matamidi high school graduate, be playing third base and batting seventh. Carter Shook is the shortstop, and he will be batting eighth. And the catcher, Austin Burant, will be batting ninth. And their starting pitcher today is Lance Kildy. He will not be at the plate. Let's take a look at the Minnetonka Skippers. Their lineup defensively looks like this. Their starting pitcher is Brandon Broxy. He is in his 15th year, a left-hander, and he will get things started. We'll line up the rest of the defense as the first pitch swinging by Chester Dixon, and it's right back to Broxy, and it is a simple 1-3 put out on the first pitch, ground ball right back to Broxy. So Broxy is the pitcher, 15th year. He's got over 100 wins in his time with the Millers of Minnetonka. Joe Abalero is playing first base, a name familiar with a lot of people who watch amateur baseball. At second base is Jack Hansen. At shortstop is going to be Jared Wandersee. And we go to 1-1 on this at-bat. This is Tristan Whitbeck. Tristan Whitbeck is the left fielder, left-handed hitting left fielder. Count 1-1. Broxy, the lefty, induces the high chopper to third base. Poppets with the field, and they throw over to get the out.
With 2 away.
At third base, that is Ryan Poppets,
Nilford,
6-year player for the Millers. In the outfield, we have Mike Davis in left field. We have Rutledge in center field, and Joe Schallenberger is in right field. So 2 up, 2 down, and Ben Nipple is the batter. He's the second baseman for the Metro Knights. Second trip to the state tournament. They were knocked out by the Millers last year. Broxy pitching, and another chopper right off the hands and back off the leg of the second baseman Nipple, batting third in this game. 2 up, 2 down here in the top half of the first inning for the Metro Knights. Broxy, the left-hander, getting set to deliver. Slides one across the plate, but just outside. The wind kicks up here. Breeze now blowing out to right center field, almost coming straight out of the north at this moment in time. So it's lefty versus lefty here, 2 outs in the top of the first. And Broxy delivers, and that pitch is just up. 3 balls and 1 strike to Nipple. Ben digs in and looks. Fastball line to third base, and the play made by Poppets again. That's a liner, but 3 up, 3 down for Broxy, and he wastes little time in his first inning of work, and we will go to a commercial break here. We're heading to the bottom of the first inning. It is the Minnetonka Millers and the Metro Knights scoreless after a half inning of play. Andy Price and Dave Ogle back with you here at Palm Field at St. Anthony Village, just off the high school. Host of the Class A tournament. This is Sweet 16 weekend. It's single elimination time right now, and it's the Minnetonka Millers, 14-time State A champions. Not champions since 2017. They were managed by Kevin Hoy, who has been there for their championship run, and he is getting ready to send his club to the plate for their first at-bats in the bottom of the first inning. The manager of the Metro Knights, Ryan Meehan. Meehan is not here today, as he is celebrating the birth of his first child just a couple days ago. So congratulations to Mr. Meehan and the family, and hope everybody is well, and they may be watching this game right now on PrepSpotlight.tv. As it is scoreless going to the bottom of the first. Always great to hear as somebody's not able to make it to manage in the state tournament. I think there's no better excuse than celebrating the birth of a child. So congratulations there, and hope you're having the chance maybe to watch the game here and see how your squad does against the Minnetonka Millers. So on the mound is Lance Kildee for the Metro Knights, and he's a right-hander. He'll be facing right off the bat Blake Rutledge. Rutledge grounds to first, and the play is made by Suits. Easily done. He'll take it to the bag unassisted for the first out. Blaine Rutledge. I'm sorry, I call him Blake. It's Blaine. I can't read my own writing. Joe Abalera, who had a stint in the professional ranks, batting second. He's playing first base. And Kildee delivers a breaking ball that is smoked out to center field for a single, the first base hit of the game, and Abalera's on base. Joe Schallenberger up.
Right fielder now, number 42, Joe Schallenberger.
Right fielder, 17-year veteran for the Millers. Team churns out players, new, old. They come back and continue to dominate at this level. 28-5 on the season, as I mentioned. Their run differential 55-7 in the 4 pool play games, leading here into the single elimination play. So Avalero on first base. Schallenberger will be facing Kildee. Breaking ball over for a strike, and that evens the count 1-1. Scoreboard not working out in center field. The rain that they took on Friday night leading into the tournament caused some problems, so we'll be relying on the umpire as well. Pitch high, and the count goes to 2-1. The Millers in their all white with the powder blue lettering and the powder blue numbering, but the piping down the pants, the dark blue piping down the pants. Up high on the pitch to Schallenberger, right-handed hitting. We are in the bottom of the first inning, no score. The Knights went up, 3 down. Good breaking ball, and that's going to be called strike. Kildee, a product of St. John's, checks the runner at first. Delivers the pitch high, and the 3-2 pitch is out of the zone, and it'll be a walk. So runners at first and second with one out.
Left fielder now, number 28,
Mike Davis. Coming to the plate. Between the first 5 players, the first 5 Millers in their order, 70 years of experience playing amateur baseball. Davis, the left fielder, cleanup hitter, and he takes a strike on a breaking ball. Starts him off speed. Runners at first and second, one out. Bottom of the first inning. Lance Kildee pitching for the Metro Knights. Checks his sign, looks at the runner at second base, and delivers another breaking ball. And that misses just up. Hard break at the end, but out of the zone, and the count is 1-1. Pitch misses, 2-1 the count to Mike Davis. A walk and a base hit, actually a base hit and a walk in that order. And Kildee delivers a 2-1 pitch. It's a fastball and hit hard to center field. Tracking, and making the catch at the warning track is Dixon. Dixon gets it back in. It'll allow the runner Abelero to go on to third, but that ball was hit a long way to the warning track. But Dixon,
designated hitter now, number 11, Zach Trinkstad,
tracks it down, and there are 2 outs in the inning. So 2 down, runners at first and third now. Abelero at third, Schallenberger at first after the walk, and Zach Trinkstad in. Played at North Dakota. First pitch is a fastball up high from Lance Kildee. The Metro Knights knocked out of last year's state tournament by these Millers. They're tripped back, and they're trying to see if they can pull off a little bit of a stunning victory. Pitch outside, and count goes to 2-0. Left-handed hitting, Trinkstad, in his 9th season. Breeze picks up right into the microphone. And the 2-0 pitch is off speed, and it's going to be in for a strike. Pulled a little bit on it, took a little bit off. And the count is 2 balls and a strike. Runners at first and third, 2 outs. No score. Bottom of the first inning of this, the 6th of the Sweet 16 play. Curveball, nubbed, and that will roll foul. Stayed fair halfway down the third base line, but then trickles away, and the count goes to 2-2 on Trinkstad. Jack Hansen, a first-year player, is on deck. Zach Trinkstad is DHing today. He's got Joe Abelero at third. Joe Schallenberger at first. 2-2 pitch off the end of the bat as he again pulled the string on it just a little bit off speed. And Zach Trinkstad is able to foul it off. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 runners on, and 2 down here in the first. Breeze picking up a little bit right off behind me. 2-2. Curveball gets him out ahead of it, and it's popped up. The left fielder comes screaming in, and that is Whitbeck making the play in left field for the Metro Knights. So they get out of a little bit of a jam. No runs on 1 hit. No errors. A walk and 2 runners left on for the Millers of Minnetonka. We're going to go to the 2nd inning. Scoreless, you're watching the State A baseball tournament here in Minnesota on Minnesota Prep Spotlight, prepspotlight.tv. Andy Price and Dave Ogle with you back here at the beautiful Palm Field in St. Anthony Village for the second inning of the second of 4 games today, the 6th of 8 in the Sweet 16 here at the State A Baseball Tournament. It's 0-0 between the Metro Knights and the Minnetonka Millers. Winner to take on Baseball 365, who won earlier today in a 3-0 shutout against the Bloomington Bandits. Batting for the Metro Knights here in the second inning, Josh Thorpe leading off. Thorpe playing right field. Would have been playing his last season at St. Thomas this year, the University of, and because of the shutdown of the spring season midway through, or a little bit less than midway through, he's going to go back for another year. The 0-1 pitch misses inside, and the count is 1-1 to Josh Thorpe. Top of the second inning. Broxy misses down low, 2 balls and 1 strike. Broxy went through the inning 1-2-3, the first inning. Pretty quick order. Nice fastball sneaks in, and that's going to even the count, 2-2. Good deception there. You can tell that he has changes speeds and hits locations. That's the definition of being a pitcher. 2-2 pitch takes a little something off of it. It kicks into the dirt short, so the count runs full. Here to the cleanup hitter, Josh Thorpe, leading off the top of the second inning for the Metro Knights. 3-2 pitch, and he gets him swinging. First strikeout for Broxy. And that brings up Ben Suits. Suits playing first base today.
One away, first baseman number 20, Ben Suits.
Suits a right-handed hitter. And Broxy, the lefty, delivers for strike 1. Fastball over the outside part of the plate, just above the knees. In good location. Broxy looks in, and he's going to work quickly. 0-1 pitch, off speed, and he gets the pop-up on the right side of the infield. The second baseman will come down with it. That's Hansen bringing it down, Jack Hansen, and there's 2 up, 2 down here.
Designated hitter now, number 15, Andrew Murphy.
Just took a little bit off of it and gets the batter to induce the pop-up. Andrew Murphy, Andrew Murphy, the designated hitter, tried to slam 4 or 5 words in together, and the fastball gets in for a strike as Broxy starts off his 6th batter in the Metro Knights lineup with a strike. Fastball up the zone a little bit is out of the zone, and the count goes to 1-1. Broxy kicks and delivers outside, 2 balls and a strike to Murphy. Murphy, the designated hitter in this one. Hitting right-handed, looks in, and another pop-up. This one gets out towards right field. It's going in between the center fielder and right fielder, and the center fielder, Rutledge, will track it down. So, 3 up, 3 down for the Knights in the second, as Brandon Broxy has made quick work of his first 2 stints on the hill. We'll see what the Minnetonka Millers do in their second at-bat. It's 0-0 going to the bottom of the second here, watching the State A tournament on Minnesota Prep Spotlight, prepspotlight.tv. Bottom of the second now at Palm Field. It's the Metro Knights 0 and Minnetonka coming up to their second at-bats. They didn't score in the first, but they did strand 2 runners.
For the Millers, second baseman number 47,
Jack Hansen. Minnetonka grad and Gustavus Adolphus College. He'll lead things off. He He's playing second base today, and he looks at strike one from Lance Kildee. Kildee getting through the first inning, giving up one hit and a walk. 0-1 pitch, grounded to the right side and in the hole between the first baseman and the second baseman. So Hansen comes up with the second base hit of the afternoon for the Millers. Ryan Poppets. Third baseman will step to the plate, right-handed hitting. He comes up, nobody out, and a runner on first. So leadoff guy on. Did not happen that way in the first inning. Kildee was able to get one out before the next two batters reached for Minnetonka. First pitch is up high, just out of the zone. Count 1-0. Hansen at first base, getting a three-step lead. Kildee checks him once and then delivers. That pitch up high as well. Over the plate, but high, and it's 2 balls and no strikes. Fastball at the knees, and there's a strike, and the count is 2-1. Poppet's a player at Concordia St. Paul in his days. 6 years with the Millers. 2-1 pitch, curveball, is going to be over for a strike on the high end of the zone, 2-2. So Kildee's not going to overpower you, but he's changed speeds nicely, and he's got the breaking ball over for strikes a couple times already into the first inning plus that he's pitched. 2-2 pitch, breaking ball is smacked into the left field. Tracking that down will be Whitbeck. Stopping at second is Hansen.
Shortstop now, number 6, Jared Wandersee.
Back-to-back hits for the Minnetonka Millers. Jared Wandersee is at the plate. He's a first-year Miller. And he's looking to bunt. He pops it up, and it's going to land in fair territory and stay fair. Like a nice wedge shot that stops and spins back, but not back far enough as it lands right on the chalk. So give it a bunt single.
Now number 28, Joey
and 3 hits start the inning. Bases are loaded, and the catcher, Joey Danielson, is up. The number 9 hitter. So Lance Kildee has got himself into a little jam now. 3 base hits to start it. I don't know if we've seen an extra base hit today. We had nothing but singles in that game in the morning. The first game out as Baseball 365 defeated the Bloomington Bandits 3-0. I think 15 singles. Now we've had 4 singles so far in this game, although we've had a ball hit very, very hard by Mike Davis all the way to the warning track to end the top or bottom half of the first inning for the Minnetonka Millers. Bases loaded now. Kildee facing Danielson, and Danielson flares off the fastball, and that evens the count. Hansen at third, Poppets at second, Wandersee at first. He was just looking to move the runners over, and he instead moves them over and gets on. Win-win. Kildee delivers, breaking ball, and that is in for a strike. One, two, another curveball, and that's popped up in the infield. Nippold's going to come down with it, and he quickly steps and gets the ball back into the infield. So a pop up to the second baseman, and Danielson is retired.
The order now for the Millers, center fielder number 15, Blaine Rutledge.
Blaine Rutledge coming in. Center fielder who's played for 12 years. Left-handed hitting center fielder. And he's got the bases filled with Millers. Kildee throws a fastball that is turned on and hit a long way, foul. Rutledge grounded out to the first baseman in his first plate appearance in the first inning. 0 for 1. He gets a good look at that first pitch and hit it a long way, but just out in front of it, a hair early that drives it foul. Bases loaded, 1 out. 0-1 pitch on the way. Curveball is in for a strike, catching the outside corner. Gildy has worked the strike zone with that curveball. No balls, 2 strikes. Bases full for Blaine Rutledge. Pitch, almost a screwball looking pitch, breaks away to the outside. Stays off the plate, and it's 1 ball and 2 strikes. Rutledge looks at the pitch high, and the count is evened up at 2-2 as Gildy tried to sneak the fastball past him. Two balls, 2 strikes, bases are loaded. Rutledge looks at the curveball and hits it hard, and that'll be a base hit, scoring some runs right out to the right fielder Thorpe. Just 1 run will cross, everybody else will just advance up a base. So give Rutledge a base hit, 4th of the inning, and an RBI.
First baseman now for the Millers, number 40, Joe Albera.
Avalera at the plate. And grounds it right up the middle. They're going to try to turn 2. Gildy throws to the second for 1, and they get the out at first. So a game saving or a run saving 1-6-3 double play. And what looked like it could be a big crooked number for the Millers ends up just being 1 run. 1 run on 4 base hits. That's a total you don't see a whole lot. Usually when you get 4 base knocks, it's going to lead to a couple numbers, but it doesn't here. No errors and 2 runners left on base with that double play. So Avalero comes up and grounds into the double play, and that ends the inning. So we've played 2 full, and I apologize. Trying to battle the wind and keep everything going, and we're going to keep it here as we head to the top of the 3rd. It's 1-0. Minnetonka leading the Metro Knights after 2, and again, 5 hits through the first 2 innings for Minnetonka, all singles, a couple hard hit balls, and give the RBI to Blaine Rutledge on that base hit, that base knock to right field that, with the bases loaded, plated Jack Hansen. So Hansen scores the first run of the game, and the at-bat of that inning might have been the bunt single by Jared Wandersee, who popped one up, but it, like a good golf shot, spun and stayed in fair territory.
Starting off the top of the 3rd for the Knights, number 32, Austin Gerillo.
Austin Gerillo will be the 7th hitter for the Metro Knights. Brandon Broxy has set down the first 6. And he gets one in on the low end of the zone for the strike. Top of the 3rd. We'll change that as well. Scoreboard deficient right now. 1-0. Minnetonka leads. Austin Gerillo, who resides in Grant, but a member of the Matamidi squad. Pitch inside to Gerillo. 2 balls and a strike, I believe, is the count. Again, the scoreboard is not in order. Foul tips it right off the mask of Danielson, the catcher, and levels the count. Gerillo wearing number 32, playing 3rd base. Throws the breaking ball inside, misses the plate inside for a ball. Broxy not allowing a runner on base as of yet. And then Gerillo comes up hacking at the fastball, and it's fouled straight back. Count is full to Gerillo. Broxy delivers, and it is lifted out towards right field. We'll see if the second baseman is out there. That's Hansen. He races back and puts it away, and Gerillo is out. The 7th batter to
number 4, Carter Shook.
Head to the batter's box, and 7th that hasn't reached base. Carter Shook, the shortstop, will be batting now for the Metro Knights. I love the script on the Knights jersey, very much akin to the Natural and the Knights that Robert Redford made famous as Roy Hobbs. First pitch fouled back by Carter Shook. Broxy pulls the string on that pitch on the changeup, and Shook is way out in front of it and shakes his head in a little disgust. He gets fooled on that one. 0-2 on the count, and another off-speed pitch and a strikeout. That's just 2 outs. I think things are going so well right now for Broxy. He thought that was... So Broxy takes a little grief from both his dugout and some of the fans in the stands as he was making his way to the dugout. But that strikeout is his second in the second out of the inning. Brings up Austin Burant, who's one of the assistant coaches. Again, want to mention and congratulate Ryan Meehan, the manager for the Metro Knights. Ground ball to first. We'll see if they get Burant, who not moving all that swiftly down the line. The first baseman, Abelero, picks it up, flips it to the pitcher, and that ends the inning. 3 up, 3 down. So Brandon Broxy has gone 9 through the order, 9 up, 9 down, and after 2.5 innings, it is 1-0. Minnetonka over the Metro Knights. We'll come back for the bottom third right after this.
What's special about high school sports? The passion. The excitement. The memories.
Down on 3 at the buzzer. Good! It's good! Du Bois wins it for the Rebels.
It's about impacting your community. Connecting your business to this audience. This is where your customers live, where they shop. This is their circle of life. This is where your business should be. Connect with your best potential customers. This is your invitation. Get in the game.
And you can hear the breeze continuing to kick up here at Palm Field at St. Anthony Village, just off the high school, home of the State A baseball tournament. Game 6 here of Sweet 16 play. And
42, Joe Schallenberger.
Minnetonka Millers will come to the plate, leading 1-0 here in the bottom of the third inning. Joe Schallenberger at the plate. He walked his first time up. Breaking ball by Kildee is in for a strike. Schallenberger stranded in the first inning. 0-1 pitch on the way. Fastball just off the plate, 1-1. Minnetonka's left 2 runners on both first 2 innings. They could have had a little bit more damage done. 1-1 pitch fouled straight back. Right into the net, right into your living room or wherever you're watching. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Heart of the order for Minnetonka, and the 1-2 pitch by Kildee. Breaking ball is popped up. That should stay in play. Chasing after it, the right fielder and the second baseman. Right fielder losing his hat, Thorpe. Don't need a hat to catch the ball, and he makes the catch. Mike Davis coming to the plate. In the world of Class A, these names that Minnetonka sends out there, guys you've known for a decade plus. The Millers winning 14 State A championships. Curveball by Kildee, and he misses a little high on that one. Kildee likes that breaking ball, and he's been able to get it over for a strike. 1 ball, no strike to Davis. Davis hit it a long way his first at-bat. This time he pops it up to left field, and it's Whitbeck who's going to camp underneath that and make the play. So 2 fly ball outs for Kildee here in the second inning. And he's got 2 dangerous hitters to be retired in Schallenberger and Mike Davis. It's going to bring up Zach Trigstead. He flew out to the left fielder, went back to end that first inning. Minnetonka scored in the second, 1 run off of 4 base hits, 4 singles. Curveball in for a strike by Kildee. And again, he's starting off the hitter with that pitch more often than not. 0-1 pitch on the way, fastball up and in, causes Trigstead to lurch back a little bit, and the count 1-1. Trigstead wearing the 2 batting gloves, blue, with the swoosh. I won't give you the company name, but it's the swoosh. 1 ball, 1 strike. Wind kicking out straight away center field. Curveball in for a strike. So he's hit with both his curveballs to Trigstead, and it's 1 ball, 2 strike here. Bottom of the third inning. Fastball is popped straight up. Burant looking for it. Throws off his mask, and it is just out of play. Good effort by the catcher, Burant. That's tough. That wind is blowing really hard, and something that's spinning. When you get a pop-up like that, it's actually spinning back towards the field anyway, and then you get the wind blowing it, and almost came back into play. But Austin Burant, the assistant coach and catcher, chasing it down, but to no avail. So still 2 strikes. Trigstead, curveball, and he slaps it foul. Shane Moore is the acting manager today for the Metro Knights. He's 10 years with the Knights. They've been in existence for 15 years now. 2-strike pitch, fastball, breaks the bat. And it's going to be off the glove of the first baseman, Suits. And it'll end up being, I'm going to call that a base hit. Just because
second baseman now.
I'll be generous. That was a tough play for Suits to make, especially with the bat flying his direction, the broken barrel of the bat flying his direction, and that ball hit in between first and second. So Suits doesn't make the play, but we won't give him the air. We're going to give Trigstead the hit, and that's going to bring up Jack Hansen. Hansen singled and scored in his first at-bat. Curveball over for a strike. Kildee has the feel for that curveball right now, at least, and he's leading off a lot of hitters with that pitch. Trigstead at first base. Another curveball right back to Kildee. He's going to glove it. He'll walk over and underhand toss it. 2 Suits for the out. And they played 3, and they've only given up a run. So 1 run, or no runs on 1 hit, and 1 runner left on base. So 5 left on base for the Minnetonka Millers through 3. This score is 3-0. We're going to step aside for a break and be right back. You're watching the State Amateur Baseball Tournament on Minnesota Prep Spotlight, prepspotlight.tv.
Limited edition koozies and Chester Dixon.
Chester Dixon leading off the 4th. He's the leadoff hitter for the Metro Knights, and count is 0-2 quickly as Broxy, who went perfect through the first 3 innings, has gotten ahead in the count right away to start the 4th. He comes back in and misses just outside. Count goes to 1-2. Brandon Broxy, the lefty for the Millers of Minnetonka. 1-2 pitch is going to be in for, looked like it was over the plate, but it will be a little high, so evens up the count at 2-2. Broxy delivers. Actually, that was 3-1, so Broxy's on board with a walk. So the first base runner, Broxy walks Dixon, and we have a runner at first base for the Metro Knights, and that's going to bring up
left fielder now, number 10, Tristan Whippy.
Tristan Whitbeck, the left fielder. Left-handed hitting left fielder at the plate. Dixon getting a pretty good lead. Strike one called on the fastball. So Dixon is the first runner for the Metro Knights. A leadoff walk here in the fourth. Broxy from the left side gives a good look, and a bunt attempt by Whitbeck. It's not going to... Not able to get it down. Tristan from Newport, Minnesota. Swings and misses as a fastball gets past him. It was up a little high, and he went fishing for it, and so the strikeout. The third for Broxy. Number 3 hitter, Ben Nibble.
Second baseman, number 6, Ben Nilford.
First pitch, sliced down the line, just foul. Nipple also a left-handed hitter. He's the second baseman and flips it towards left field, but just foul. No balls and a strike. Runner at first. The leadoff walk. Top of the fourth inning. Brandon Broxy had been going along nicely. Again, hits the strike zone, and making contact with it is Nipple. And he's got 2 strikes. The leadoff hitter, Dixon, see if he's a threat to run. He's got himself a good lead and fidgeting over there. Pitches outside as the breaking ball misses the plate. 1 down and a runner on. It's 1-0 your score here in the fourth inning. Light toss over to first base from Broxy. Fastball fouled away. In the first inning, Nipple with a line drive towards third base, fielded by Poppets to end that first inning. Pitch misses off the plate. Two balls and 2 strikes. Another foul ball as Nipple stays alive. Hangs in there. Trying to make something happen here in the fourth inning. Not a base hit yet, but they do have a runner on. Walk to start the inning. 2-2 pitches up high. We'll go full, I believe, on this. Trying to overthrow the fastball. Runner stays, and the ball is popped up into the shallow part of center field. Rutledge comes in, and Blaine Rutledge makes the play. So 2 down, runner stays at first base. That brings up the cleanup hitter, Josh Thorpe. Thorpe struck out to start the second inning.
Right fielder now, number 37, Josh Thorpe.
Two more games to follow here, a 4 o'clock and a 7 o'clock game, the last of the Sweet 16 games. First pitch, pulls the string on it a little bit off speed, and he gets Thorpe to swing and miss. After this, the quarterfinals will be set, and they'll play all the quarterfinals next Saturday, 10-1, 4, and 7. Ball hit to the gap in left center field. Davis chasing after it, but it's going to hit the turf and hit to the fence. That's going to score a run. Davis unable to get it. The throw home not going to be in time as they relay it in, and the double by Thorpe is going to tie this game 1-1 as the Metro Knights even it up as the first base hit is an RBI base hit in between the left fielder and the center fielder. So give Thorpe a hit and an RBI and give Chester Dixon the run. We're all tied up 1-1 here. That is incorrect on the scorebook. We'll get this fixed. 1-1. Double hit it. Ben Suits at the plate with the runner in scoring position. Thorpe was able to get it, and with the wind blowing out that direction, no doubt, got it to the track. First at bat for Suits, he popped up to the second baseman. Fouled straight back into the net, right at us. And Broxy gives up a run on his first base hit. So a walk to lead off the inning sets up the run. Mentioned that in the first game that those leadoff walks tend to cause some trouble. Ground ball wide of the bag at third and scooped up by the acting manager, Shane Moore. The rally organ being played, the public address system, and the Metro Knights have tied things up here in the fourth. Popped up and likely out of play. And it is just past us. A couple strikes now on Suits, playing first base today, wearing number 20, hitting right-handed. On second base, Josh Thorpe, who just doubled to left center, scored the tying run. Another drive towards center, and Rutledge is going to chase after it, and he'll make the play above his head. But a run is scored on one hit. They leave one run on base, so we go to the bottom of the fourth inning, and the game is tied 1-1. We're going to keep it here. Talk about what happened here yesterday. We had 4 games yesterday. The Stockman's Irish winning 5-0 over the St. Paul Hops. Lions Pub with a win over St. Louis Park. The defending champion Minneapolis Cobras 18-1 over the Northwest Orioles. And then last night, near 10 o'clock, a game tied 5-5, and the homestanding host, the St. Anthony Hogs, tied 5-5, taking on the Minneapolis Angels. And this is how it ends. Steve Thompson from WCCO had the call.
Runner Janke. Here's one hit in the air to left. Carrying deep, away back. Miller to the fence. It's gone! A 2-run bomb wins it. Ethan Rowe, a 2-run shot. And the St. Anthony Hogs defeat the Minneapolis Angels 7-5 in walk-off fashion. His second home run of the night. A 2-run shot to left.
So a walk-off home run by Ethan Rowe, and the St. Anthony Village Hogs are on to the quarterfinals, where they will be taking on the Minneapolis Cobras next week. We go to the bottom of the fourth inning. Minnetonka at the plate. It's Ryan Poppets. He singled in the first. He was part of 4 singles in that, in the second inning, his first at bat. Those 4 singles led to 1 run, and thanks in part because of double play into the inning. Lance Kildee again with the breaking ball. This one missing outside to Poppets. He singled to left field in the second inning. 1 for 1. Fastball out to center field, and it hangs up, and his center fielder Dixon, who scored the run last inning, makes the play. Chester Dixon with the catch, 1 out.
1 away, shortstop number 6, Jared Wandersee.
Jared Wandersee to the plate for the Millers of Minnetonka. He went to lay down a bunt to advance the runners, and he ended up getting a base hit out of it as it popped up and stayed in fair territory, as both the pitcher and catcher wanted to see it go foul. It didn't. First pitch, a strike. Kildee delivers again, fastball. Strike 2. So he's hit the outside corner on both, and he's ahead in the count early. 1 out. Bottom of the fourth inning, we've got a 1-1 tie. Breaking ball hit out towards second base. That is going to be fielded by Nipple. Throw on to Suits, and we have 2 down. Number 9 hitter, Joey Danielson, the catcher.
Number 38, Joey Danielson.
He popped up to the second baseman his first time up in the second inning. Two down, nobody on. Fastball misses by Kildee. Kildee from St. John's, University of St. John's, or St. John's University. Sorry for the wind. We are in the elements here, and there's really no way to block that. We're trying to keep my head turned in a way that we're not getting too much of the wind sound. It does have a microphone screen on it, but it's blowing pretty good right out of the back end of the stadium. Curveball misses to Danielson. Kildee delivers the fastball in for a strike. The winner here takes on Baseball 365 next week in the quarterfinals. Straight back and into the net on the fastball that was up in the zone, and I think Danielson thought that was a wampin' fastball. Took a good cut at it, but it fouls it straight back. Couple strikes on Danielson, 2 outs here in the fourth inning. Kildee shakes off the first sign from catcher, and the ground ball hit towards short, and the shortstop overruns it. I'm going to go E6 on that one.
Top of the order.
He overruns the
center fielder, number 15, Blaine Rutledge.
It shook. Had a good jump on it. Did Carter Shook, but he might have just taken one step too many. And that allows the inning to continue on, and up comes Blaine Rutledge with 2 outs in the bottom of the fourth. Danielson's still in there. You are allowed to have your catcher get a courtesy runner with 2 outs in the inning. But Danielson's going to stay at first base. Rutledge, the lefty, has a base hit and an RBI. He did that. That's the 1 run that Minnetonka scored. And he hits it into the hole between first and second. Running was Danielson, and Danielson's going to end up at third. He was running on the pitch.
First baseman now, 40.
So Rutledge with his second straight base hit. He's hit all 3 balls over towards the first base bag. One was fielded by the first baseman for an out to start the game, or to start the bottom of the first inning. So back-to-back base hits for Rutledge. Runners at first and third with 2 outs, and here's Avalera. He hit into a 1-6-3 double play. Bases were loaded at the time, and that's how the second inning ended. First and third, 2 outs. To Avalera, first baseman, pitches up high. So Kildee picked up the first 2 outs and looked like he might be able to escape a clean inning here in the fourth. Not the case. That ball is hit out towards center field. Dixon having to chase it down, but that's well over his head. It's going to ricochet off the fence. That's going to score 1. Here comes Rutledge. He's rounding third and heading for home. The throw is not going to be in time, and that's a double from Avalero, and that double will score 2 runs. And that ball was hit a long way to the deepest part of the ballpark. 2 RBI for Avalero. His second hit of the game.
Right fielder now, number 42.
It's 2 for 3 now, and that atones for hitting into the double play to end the second inning. So they've scored 2 now here in this inning. And that makes the score 3-1. Minnetonka. Again, the score bug is incorrect. The home team is the Minnetonka Millers, and they are on the wrong side on that score bug. Don't blame me for that. Send all nasty notes to Andy Price at prepspotlight.tv. 3-1 your score now. Runner at second, and this brings up Joe Schallenberger. Schallenberger is 0 for 1. He walked in his first at-bat, flew out in the third inning to right field. Runner at second is Abalero. 2 RBI double to center field. Fastball, swing and a miss. That was up and out of the zone, but Schallenberger went hacking at it. Kildee throws at that speed that when that fastball's coming there, these guys are going to think that that's a whomping fastball, but he can sneak it by you if he gets it up in the zone, and he has done it right there. Curveball misses outside. So after getting 2 quick outs, the last 3 runners have reached base. Started with the air, and then back-to-back base hits. Blaine Rutledge with a single, and Abellero with a double. Curveball just misses the plate. Kildee was walking a little bit towards his dugout thinking he had it. 3-1 your score here in the bottom of the 4th inning. And the full count pitch misses outside, and runners at first and second. Now that's 4 straight base runners to reach.
With 2 away, the left fielder, number 28, Mike Davis.
Second walk by Kildee. Davis is 0 for 2. Mike Davis at the plate, the left fielder. He's flown out to center field and to left field. He's hit the ball well, very hard the first time up. He took the center fielder, Dixon, deep into the track. Dixon was able to haul it down. First pitch, breaking ball, misses outside. So runners at first and second, 1-0 to Davis. Fastball fouled away, and the count evens at 1-1. When you take a look at the Minnetonka Millers, you can bring out all the analogies. They're the Yankees, they're the Montreal Canadiens, they're the Boston Celtics. Good breaking ball, and Davis squirts it off the end of the bat foul. Count goes to 1-2. They're the dynasty of Class A baseball. They won it 14 times. Lost in the championship last year, going for number 15. They lost to the Cobras of Minneapolis. 1-2 pitch, breaking ball misses just inside, and the count evens up at 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 runners on, and 2 outs here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Timeout called. Austin Burant puts the signals down for Lance Kildee. Kildee sets and delivers 2-2. It's a curveball hit hard, and that's hooking foul. Davis had the swing that he was looking for on the curveball, just a wee bit out in front of it. We have activity in the Metro Knights bullpen area as Kildee is run into a jam here. 2 runners on, 4 straight runners have reached, and 2 runs have scored. Davis trying to do some more damage and keep the train moving. 2-2 the count. Kildee delivers. Breaking ball outside, and it's a full count. Came back with a breaking ball despite the fact that Davis had just hammered that last pitch hard but foul. 3 balls, 2 strikes. The runners will be going. And it's hit hard to the gap, and that has the gap written all over it. And that's going to bounce to the fence, and that's because the runners were going. Everybody's scoring. Abellero scores from second. Schallenberger from first. And Davis with a 2 RBI double. He's worked all sides of the field, and he got that pitch out over the plate and hammered it. Five to 1 is your score now, as give Davis 2 RBI on that base hit. The manager Moore out there with Kildee talking to him. Things have gotten away this inning after getting 2 quick outs. 5 straight runners have reached. Zach Trickstead is coming to the plate. He's 1 for 2 with the base hit, and Kildee's going to face him.
for the Millers now, the designated hitter, number 11, Zach Trigstad.
Trigstad is the designated hitter today. He's 1 for 2. He flew out to left field in the first inning to end that inning, and then he had an infield single his last time up. First pitch is a fastball, catches the outside part of the plate for strike 1. Davis is the runner at second. Couple extra base hits this inning. And Trigstad hits one out to left, and the play is made by Whitbeck out there for the third out. So 4 runs are going to score in the inning off of
After 4 innings complete, we have a score.
3 hits. There's an error.
Metro Knights 1 and the home of Minnetonka Millers 5 after 4.
You could say none of those runs were earned
If
because
you're not
the
able to
error
make
came
the
with 2
games
outs.
for the rest of the day or next week, reminder that once again that all Class A, B, and C state
So
tournament games
after
are streamed live
4 innings,
at
it is 5-1 Minnetonka over the Metro Knights. We're going to step aside. We'll be right back on PrepSpotlight.tv. Back with you here in the 5th inning now. Andy Price and Dave Ogle calling the back half of this first doubleheader. 2 more games left to play. Ren Clayton will come in to call those 2 games. Ball hit hard to start the 5th inning, but it's hit right at Blaine Rutledge. So Andrew Murphy, who was
with 1 away,
the designated hitter,
number 32, Austin Gerillo.
And he is out. He hit it hard off of Broxy, but it is caught. So quickly 1 down, and Austin Gerillo coming up right now for the Metro Knights. Broxy misses outside, ball 1, trying to get that outside corner. Broxy's only given up 1 hit, but it led to a run because it was a walk and a double that did the damage and put the Metro Knights on the board last inning. That tied the game 1-1. Gerillo swings and misses, actually catches to the bat, a foul tip into the glove of catcher Danielson, and the count is 2 balls and 1 strike. We are in the top of the 5th inning. Pitch down low, and it's 3-1. Gerillo, Austin Gerillo from Matamidi area, he flew out to the second baseman his first time up. And that pitch is outside, so Broxy misses the zone, his second walk.
Shortstop now, number 4, Carter Shook.
Carter Shook up at the plate. Shook struck out last time up. Gerillo at first base now. 1 out walk. First pitch misses outside. It's same spot he missed in during the Gerillo at bat. 1 down, runner on first. Minnetonka scoring 1 in the second and then 4 more there in the 4th. Popped up towards fair territory, down towards the bullpen, and it actually lands. Both the first baseman and second baseman taking circuitous routes towards getting it. And I will tell you this, it's a beautiful day here, but that is a pretty hefty breeze, and we've seen the pop-ups play a little havoc with the fielders. "5-1 your score, top of the 5th. Sweet 16 play here in Class A. The Metro Knights with the runner on first. Austin Gerillo, pitch in, and a called strike on the fastball, catching the outside corner. Fastball just misses. Good spot, but it was off the plate. Broxy trying to stretch that corner out just a little bit. Pitch on the way, fouled away. And Shook stays alive. Two balls, two strikes. And the pitch is on the way, and it's low. So Broxy runs the count full to Shook. He's already walked the batter this inning, second walk of the game. Ball not hit well, but it's going to land in front of Rutledge for a base hit. Second hit of the game. Shook on board. Gerlo ends up at second.
Next up will be the catcher, number 2, Austin Burant.
Austin Burant coming to the plate with 2 runners on, so case where the Metro Knights might have an opportunity here to get some of the 4 back that they gave up in the bottom half of the 4th. Broxy in with the fastball, strike 1. Burant thought it might have been up a little bit as the catcher. He knows what the zone has been. He's been the guy wearing the mask on the other side. Burant hitting left-handed. First time up, he grounded out to the first baseman. That pitch misses, and the count is 1-1. Broxy again wondering where that pitch was. Burant asking as well. Inquisitors around the plate. 1-1 pitch, curveball, fouled back. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The runner at second is Austin Gerlo. The runner at first is Carter Shook. 1 down here in the top half of the 5th inning. Pop foul down the left field side, and that's going to reach the stands. Chasing after it was the third baseman Poppets. A ball and 2 strikes. And a good off-speed pitch gets Burant swinging for the strikeout. That's his 4th strikeout of the game. Strikeout in every inning except for the first. Chester Dixon.
The order now for the Knights center fielder, number 30, Chester Dixon.
Dixon has walked and scored on the double in the 4th inning. Swinging and missing with 2 runners on. Quickly falls behind. Shook at first, Gerlo at second. The Knights trying to chip away a little bit. Breaking ball is flared foul. One for 0 for 1. He grounded out in the first, walked in the 4th, and scored. Did Chester Dixon. Shoots 1 foul as there's some work going on in the bullpen for the Millers of Minnetonka. Fouling away the 2-strike pitch is Dixon. Broxy comes back, grounds it right back to the pitcher. Second time he's grounded it back to the pitcher, and that ends the inning. So Broxy's gone through 5. He struck out 1 in that inning. He gave up a 1-base hit. No runs scored. 2 runners left on base. They've left 3 on base now. And that takes us to the bottom of the 5th. We're going to step aside and take a break. You're watching PrepSpotlight.tv's coverage of the Class A state tournament. Minnesota Town Ball right here, PrepSpotlight.tv.
What's special about high school sports? The passion. The excitement. The memories.
Down on 3 at the buzzer. Good! It's good! DuBois wins it for the Rebels.
It's about impacting your community. connecting your business to this audience. This is where your customers live, where they shop. This is their circle of life. This is where your business should be. Connect with your best potential customers. This is your invitation. Get in the game.
Starting out that hurts in the bottom half of the fifth for the Millers. For 47, Jack Hansen.
Jack Hansen leading off for the bottom of the fifth for the Minnetonka Millers, and Lance Kilde's still pitching. Labored a bit there in the fourth. 5 straight runners reached base. 8 batters came to the plate. Hansen was the final out of the third inning, and now he leads off the fifth. He was part of 4 base hits that scored a run in the second inning. He is 1 for 2 on the day. Kilde comes back, breaking ball, and it's hit out towards center. Dixon is there. It was hammered hard. Dixon was able to track it down. 1 down here in the bottom of the fifth inning.
Number 34, Ryan Poppets.
Poppets coming to the plate right now. Ryan Poppets is 1 for 2. He singled in the second, stranded on base, and then he flew out to center field in the fourth. So he's coming up here in the fifth. He was actually the first out of 2 quick outs in that fourth inning, and it looked like that the Metro Knights were going to get out of there. And then that's baseball, though. You can't run out the clock. They came out and scored, or had 5 guys reach base, and 4 of them scored. Ball hit to the gap in right center field, and that's going to drop and chase all the way. Dixon chases it down right before it gets to the gravel, but Poppets is in with a double. So a double for Poppets.
Shortstop now, number
His
6,
second hit
Jared
of the
Wandersee.
game. Wandersee, Jared will come to the plate. He's 1 for 2, a bunt base hit, and then he grounded out to second base. So Poppets at second. It's the 10th hit for Minnetonka. Hit to center field, and Dixon's going to make another play, another line drive out towards Dixon, and Jared Wandersee is out. Dixon's had a busy day out in center field. And that makes Wandersee 1 for 3. Up next is going to be Joey Danielson. He started the parade in the fourth inning. He reached on an error, 2-out error, and then he came around to score, as did 3 other guys.
Number 13, Connor Trikstad.
We have Connor Trikstad in, who's the pinch hitting for Danielson. Left-handed hitter. 2 down, runner at second. So a pinch hitter for Danielson, who's catching. We'll see if he's inserted back into the game. The substitution rules are liberal as compared to old school standard baseball. Good breaking ball by Kilde, getting the strike there. Runner at second, 2 down. Fastball up, Eddie takes it and swings at it, and it's foul. Couple strikes now on Trigstead. His brother Zach in the lineup as well. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Runner at second. Curveball lifted out towards center. Dixon's going to be there, and Dixon's going to haul it in. So all 3 outs fall into the glove of Chester Dixon. No run score, 1 hit.
5 innings complete. We have a score of the visiting Metro
No errors.
Knights
1 runner left on base.
Millers 5 to 1.
10 hits for Minnetonka.
And downtown Minneapolis.
but they only lead 5-1. So we'll go to the 6th inning.
Royals 2-1 after 4 as they try to win the rubber match in their weekend series against Kansas
We're going to
City.
take a break. You're watching the State A baseball tournament on Minnesota Prep Spotlight, prepspotlight.tv.
In the top half of the 6th, left fielder number 10, Tristan Withy.
All right, we go to the 6th inning. Tristan Whitbeck is the leading things off for the Metro Knights, and he grounds it right up the middle, and that's going to be an infield single as it deflects off of Brandon Broxy. And Whitbeck is able to run well off, especially coming out of the left-hander's batter box, and he's going to get the infield single. Third hit given up by Broxy, and Ben Nipple is into the batter's box. Another left-handed hitter with a runner at first, nobody out. First pitch, fastball, strike one. 5-1, Minnetonka leading the Metro Knights. We are in the 6th. Brandon Broxy's the starting pitcher for Minnetonka, going well, and he's 2 strikes quickly on Ben Nipple, the second baseman. 0 for 2, lined out to the third baseman and flew out to center field. He goes towards third base, off of his glove, and on to short. What a play there. The old 5-6-3 on the deflection. The third baseman Poppets gloved it on the glove side, but instead of
first baseman number
getting it inside, he batted it towards the shortstop, not by design, by accident. And at short, Wandersee was there, and he was able to make the play. Advancing over to second on the play is Whitbeck. First pitch of ball. So scored 5-6-3 on the first out of the inning. Whitbeck at second base now, 1 out. Here comes Josh Thorpe. He's got the RBI, base hit. Pitch gets past the catcher, and Danielson is back in catching. And that, we'll just call it a wild pitch. It was a kind of a combination of both. I don't have an official score in my ear, so that's what we'll call it. So now the runner at third, and the strike from Broxy evens the count 1-1. So Thorpe has an RBI already in the base hit, and he's looking to see if he can plate the second one. Keep this Metro Knights within touch. Swing and miss on a good pitch that was off the plate, well disguised by Broxy. Runner at third, Thorpe the batter. Swing and a miss, and Thorpe goes down. Strikeout for Thorpe. That's his second strikeout of the game. He also had the base hit, so he's now 1 for 3. And again, every inning, except for the first, Broxy has collected a strikeout. So Ben Suits is now up, and with 2 down, he's the player who's got to try to bring in that runner from third. First pitch low, ball 1. Broxy then delivers it, and it's a base hit to right, and that is going to score it. So Ben Suits with his first base hit of the game, and it's an RBI single as the first baseman comes through and scores. So make it 5-2. The Millers up on the Knights.
Designated hitter now number 15, Andrew Murphy.
Andrew Murphy coming to the plate. Runner at first, 2 outs. So they've made it a 3-run game here in the 6th inning. Broxy in with strike 1. Hits his spot on the inner half of the plate. Misses outside, and the count goes to 1 ball and 1 strike. Murphy has flown out twice to center field. He's 0 for 2. 1 ball, 1 strike. The lefty delivers, and it's popped straight up. This one's going to stay in the infield, and it'll be Hansen at second base, first coming in and then dropping back out for the 3rd out of the inning. So 1 run on 2 hits. No errors, 1 runner left on base. So Broxy has finished 6 innings. He's given up 2 runs, and we're going to go to the bottom of the 6th. We're just going to keep it here right now. Again, a recap of what happened yesterday, the games that have been played already. The Stockman's Irish defeated the St. Paul Hops 5-0 to start off play yesterday. The Irish out of South St. Paul, Inver Grove Heights area, they're going on to the quarterfinals. They're going to take on the Lions Pub. The Lions Pub of Minneapolis defeating St. Louis Park 8-3 yesterday as the Lions Pub also moves along. The defending State A champions, the Cobras of Minneapolis, they had their way with the Northwest Orioles yesterday, winning 18-1. And then last night it was the St. Anthony Hogs 7-5 beating the Minneapolis Angels. So the home hosts are alive and playing next week in the quarterfinals. So it'll be the Stockman's Irish against Lions Pub. That game will be at 10 a.m. next Saturday. The Cobras and St. Anthony will play at 1 p.m. next Saturday. Quarterfinals, of course, those games are here at St. Anthony, but you can also watch them on PrepSpotlight.tv. It'll be a very busy weekend of baseball next week. We'll be in Springfield, Minnesota, Milroy, Shakopee, and here covering tournaments. Next week is the final week of this tournament, the first week of the B and C tournament. Then this morning, Baseball 365 knocked off,
leading off for the Millers,
previously unbeaten in postseason play, the Bandits of Bloomington. They 3-0 shutout for Noah Danner and the Baseball 365 crew, and they will take on the winner of this game. We're going to go back up to the top of the order here in the 6th inning. Blaine Rutledge. And it is still Lance Kildee on the hill. So he's been able to work his way through, and he sticks out there for the start the 6th inning. Rutledge has hit the ball hard, and he hits the ball hard again, like on cue. That ball is deep, and off the wall or gone. That hit the scoreboard. So a home run for Blaine Rutledge. First home run of the day. And Rutledge rounding the bases with the home run. So Rutledge with the home run solo, and that makes it 6-2. Rutledge's 3rd base hit of the day, 2nd RBI. Bounced back into the playing field, but I'm guessing it hit the Washburn-McCreevy part of the scoreboard, and Rutledge homers. Pop up into shallow left field, the shortstop tracking, and it is going to be Shook who makes the play. So Avalero, who had a couple base hits,
fielder number 42, Joe Schallenberger,
pops up for the 1st out of the inning. So Blaine Rutledge now with 3 hits, 2 RBIs, and a run scored. Joe Schallenberger at the plate. He's walked twice and flown out to right field. 6-2 now your scores. We have our first home run of the day. And I'm guessing as the day goes on and the breeze keeps going out towards center and right center field, you might see a few more in the last 2 games of the day as well. Kildee to Schallenberger. That ball's hit a long way as well. Tracking, and gone. So Schallenberger homers as well. He hit it hard, and you can see it gets into the jet stream, and that one takes off. So home runs, 2 in this inning. That one to left center field, and we have a 7-2 score. And he goes through the line of hugs. And Kildee now giving up back-to-back home, or not back-to-back home runs, but 2 home runs in this inning. 12 hits on the day. And this is a very tough middle of this order. Actually, top 4 or 5 guys. These guys can just rake it. And Davis now comes up. Davis has hit the ball hard. He is 1 for 3. He's hit the ball hard to the outfield all 3 times. His last time a double to the gap that scored 2 runs. Kildee delivers up high. Davis thought about it for a second, but pulls back. Checks his swing, I think you'd call it. 1 for 3 with 2 runs batted in. So 2 runs in this inning. They scored 1 in the second and another one. How about that? The trifecta of home runs as Davis hammers it out. They're hitting them out to all fields right now. And Davis rounds the bases. And that's going to make it 8-2. And Kildee has been battling and battling, but right now he is losing the battle. 2 home runs, or a home run, 2 hits, 3 RBI for Davis, and Coach Moore is going to shag the pitcher, I believe. So Lance Kildee goes 5 1/3 innings, and he is done. So we'll get the name of the new pitcher in here, and we're going to take a break. You're watching PrepSpotlight.tv coverage of the State A tournament. It is 8-2, Minnetonka over the Metro Knights. We'll be right back.
What's special about high school sports? The passion, the excitement, the memories.
Down on 3 in the buzzer. Good! It's good! DuBois wins it for the Rebels.
It's about impacting your community, connecting your business to this audience. This is where your customers live, where they shop. This is their circle of life. This is where your business should be. Connect with your best potential customers. This is your invitation. Get in the game.
All right, we are back. I'm just double checking the name on the new pitcher. Not on their regular roster that they handed on in the lineup. I've got him as Austin Vanderwilde. We'll get that. We'll get the proper name on that, but we'll pick things up back with Zach Trigstead. And his first pitch swinging towards second base, scooping it up after moving to his left and making the play is Nipple. And there's the second out.
With 2 away, the second baseman, number 47, Jack Hansen.
Jack Hansen now coming to play with 2 outs. It is Vanderwilde. Pitching for the Metro Knights, and he comes in, throws a fastball, and it is off the plate to Hansen. So Hansen is 1 for 3 with a run scored. 8-2 is your score right now. 3 runs in this inning, all 3 solo home runs. 1 to right center, 1 to left center, and 1 to straightaway left field. 3 home runs in the 6th, the trifecta. Pitch on the way, swing and a miss. Hansen, the second baseman for Minnetonka. singled and scored in the second inning. Vanderwilde catches the shin guard of catcher Austin Burant. Ryan Poppets will hit next if the inning extends on. He's on deck. Hansen fouled it straight back off the net. I love this net. It's like a pitchback if we played when you were a little kid. Everything bounces hard back out. We already had that one in the first game that bounced back and hit the catcher in the head. I miss my pitchback. I sometimes dream about my pitchback. Pitch on the way from Vanderwilde, and it's fouled away. Listed as from Lakeville, Minnesota. V-A-N, capital D-E, capital W-I-E-L-E, Vanderwilde. 3 capital letters in the name. That's a trifecta as well. Ground ball towards short. Shook is going to scoop it up, take a couple steps, and fires on, and that ends the inning. So a couple ground ball outs by the relief pitcher. And that ends the inning. So 6 innings are in the books. We're going to step aside. It's 8-2. Minnetonka over the Metro Knights. We'll be right back.
Millers 8. It's 8-2 after 6. The cause of spreading quality amateur baseball in the metro area.
Thanks for joining us today. Be sure to visit townballminnesota.com. That's townballmn.com, and revisit the 2019 Emmy Award-winning series Townball, Uniquely Minnesota. 8-part series that looks at the very essence of the Minnesota amateur baseball scene. Log on to townballmn.com, download your favorite episode, or view the entire series through Amazon. If you're an Amazon Prime member, you can do it all for free. The Minnesota Baseball Association is proud to present the 2020 state tournaments. Class A this weekend, then we'll have all 3 classes going next weekend, and then B and C the 2 weekends after that. Follow along at their website, minnbaseball.org, or join their Twitter feed at MINNBaseball, at MinBaseball. Get some updates, get some stats, see who's doing what in the brackets, see who's moving on, who's moving home through these next 4 weeks of town ball, amateur baseball, Minnesota amateur baseball. In the summer that's been unrecognizable, it's so good to be outside at the ballpark and watch baseball now for the next month. And you get to see some great games, and you can thank the Minnesota Baseball Association, all the fine people that in all the communities that not only field teams but also put these tournaments on, and also PrepSpotlight.tv hosting the tournament. We got a pitching change for Minnetonka, and the Don Erdahl is going to be the next pitcher in. So we're going to try to close the books on Kildee, and then we'll also try to get the books on Brandon Broxy as well. So Don Erdahl, the right-hander, is now pitching, and the first batter that he will face is going to be Austin Gerillo, the third baseman for the Metro Knights. So Broxy's going to go 6 innings. Erdahl with the breaking ball, and he's going to check and get the strikeout. So Erdahl strikes out Gerillo. On the hard breaking ball, he gets him to swing, and Gerillo just could not check it. So Erdahl comes in and gets a strikeout. Get you a little bit more information on Erdahl in a second, but we're going to go. Broxy is going to go 6 innings. He's going to walk a couple. Five strikeouts. Giving up 2 runs. Both of them will be earned. Carter Shook batting for the Metro Knights here in the top of the 7th inning as we get the score bug up to date and on the screen. 8-2 your score. The Minnetonka Millers out ahead. Erdahl with the swing and the miss. 2 strikes on Shook. 4 hits for Broxy and giving up those 2 runs. Erdahl thought he had strike on the outside corner. Asking exactly where it was. It was off the plate. Erdahl, wearing number 20, brings in the fastball, and it's lifted out to left field. And we do have a new left fielder in the game, too. Davis is not in the field. We'll try to get the defensive changes if we can. Shook flies out, so that's 2 outs. Austin Burant, the catcher, will come to the plate. Still have Danielson catching, I know that. A couple new faces out there. We'll try to get the lineup for you here in a second. Erdahl, 2 outs. Throws a strike to start the at-bat to Burant. Burant 0 for 2. Grounded to first base and struck out in the 5th inning. Off-speed pitch. Swung tapped. 2 strikes now. So Kildee giving up all 8 runs on 13 hits. And Burant's going to go down with a strikeout, and that ends top half of the 7th as Erdahl comes in and has a perfect 1-2-3 inning. We're going to step aside for the 7th inning stretch. We'll be back. You're watching PrepSpotlight.tv's coverage of the Amateur Baseball Championships here at St. Anthony Village. We go to the bottom of the 7th inning. We'll try to keep you up to date as to who is actually hitting now for Minnetonka. They're going to make some wholesale changes, I would guess, with their 8-2 lead, giving every player a chance to get some state tournament action in today. Wanted to give a little information on Donnie Erdahl. He's in his 10th season for the Minnetonka Millers. He's the pitcher that came in and went 1-2-3 in the 7th inning against the Metro Knights. So we'll go to the bottom of the 7th inning now, and Ryan Poppets is due to lead off, and it will be Poppets, and it will be Wandersea. He's on deck.
Third baseman number 34, Ryan Poppets.
Poppets 2 for 3 in this game. Vander Willie is still on the hill. First pitch, in for a strike. He got 2 ground ball outs at the end when he came into the game in the bottom of the 6th after the 3 solo home runs hit by the Minnetonka Millers. Next pitch is lifted right over the first baseman's head. Second baseman cannot get it. It's right in that triangle, and a third base hit for Poppets on the day. Hits it right into the Bermuda Triangle there, and 3 base hits for Poppets. We'll bring up Jared Wandersee, Jared Wandersee of Minnetonka, skipper. Now Minnetonka Miller. So runner at first. Nobody out. And the pitch on the way, and it's fouled away. First pitch swinging. Strike one. Bottom of the 7th inning. There is a 10-run rule after 7 innings. So in the instance that Minnetonka were to score 4 here, that would be the game. I'm not suggesting that's going to happen, but I'm just letting everybody know that. So 0-1 pitch on the way. Curveball's good in for a strike. That's a nice break on that pitch, and the count 0-2. Jared is 1 for 3 at a bunt single and then has been retired his last 2 plate appearances. Pitch inside, fastball, just misses. Austin Vanderwheeler. Right-handed thrower for the Knights. Ground ball towards short. Shook has it. Flips it to second for 1. On to first for the 6-4-3 double play.
With 2 away now, number 38, catcher Joey Danielson.
Joey Danielson coming back in. First 2 at-bats, he reached on an error. Then he was replaced for a third at-bat as Connor Trickstead hit, and now he's coming back in to hit. So Joey Danielson will be getting his 3rd at-bat. He's got 1 run. Reaching on an error, and that error was kind of set the things in motion in that 4th inning. They had 2 outs, and it was a ground ball. It was a tricky play. I'm not saying it was a tailor-made play at short, but it kind of, the shortstop Shook just overran it by a half a step. And it slipped back, cut back to his left, our right. The ball skipped past, and that error then led to 4 more batters reaching and 4 runs scoring. Add 3 more solo home runs after that, and that's where you get to 8-2 here. Bottom of the 7th inning, nobody on now after the 6-4-3 double play. Vanderwheeler with the nice curveball, the hard slider, and it's fouled away by Danielson. After Danielson reached on the air, he then was off and running. It was with 2 outs. I was actually asking because I think we've seen almost every time with 2 outs the catcher getting courtesy ran for. But he stayed in there and he was off running, stealing a base. But it was more of a hit and run. And the base hit by Rutledge moved Danielson over to 3rd, and then he came on to score. Foul ball again from Danielson, and he's battling Vanderwheeler. I apologize if anybody from his family's watching. Comes in to do some cleanup work and relief, and he's done very nicely. A couple strikes here to Danielson, and curveball is hit towards second. It's hit right at Nipple. Nipple's going to make the play, and he throws on to Suits for the out. So we are through 7 now.
And after 7 innings complete,
1 hit
remains the same
in that inning, so that's the
2 and the Minnetonka Millers 8. Game 7 will be starting after the conclusion of this
14th hit for Minnetonka in this game. So we're going to go to the 8th. We're just going to keep it here right now. Again, next week we start Class B play at Shakopee and Class C play at Springfield and Milroy. These tournaments were supposed to be played in New Ulm, but the New Ulm City Council voted a couple weeks ago that they didn't want the crowds to come in, as you get 2 fields going there and plus the field in Springfield, and they didn't want to bring in those folks with the concerns of the coronavirus and COVID-19. So the Minnesota Baseball Association quickly acted and was able to line up fields in Springfield, Milroy, and Shakopee. Schlepper Stadium, Schlepper Field, where they played the state tournament just a couple years ago, will host the Class B tournament beginning next week. Another pitcher coming into the game is Erdahl's just going to work your 1 inning, and then we come back with another pitcher for Minnetonka. this is David Cushing. His first year with the squad. David Cushing coming into the game. So Erdahl works a clean inning in relief, and he is done. And here comes Cushing. Cushing, they don't list the height and the weight. He's
on the mound now.
Brings some size to the mound right now. And
starting off the efforts in the top half of the 8th inning for the Metro Knights, center fielder number 30, Chester Dixon.
Chester Dixon will lead things off for the Minnetonka or the Metro Knights here in the 8th inning. He is 0 for 2, but he did score a run. He walked and scored in the 4th inning. Cushing, another right-hander, and he comes in, and the ground ball's hit on one hop to the first baseman, and the first baseman makes the play. That's not Abelero. That's now a new player. That's actually Jack Hansen playing at first base, and it looks like Ben Fasten
left fielder number 10,
is at second base. So we get the 3 unassisted there to start the inning. Tristan Whitbeck hitting now for the Metro Knights. He is 1 for 3 with a run scored as well. He falls behind Cushing 0-2. Comes in with the curveball there. Fastball misses outside. That goes to 1-2. Whitbeck with an infield single. He deflected off of Brandon Broxy's glove, and he ends up scoring on a base hit from Ben Suits. That happened in the 6th inning. At the time, that made the score 5-2. It's a 3-run game. Then 3 solo home runs in the bottom half of that inning opened it up for Minnetonka. Swing and a miss as Cushing gets the strikeout. 2 up and 2 down.
With 2 away, the second baseman, number
Ben
6,
Nipple.
Ben Nipple,
is at the plate. Last time up, Ben had a very strange at-bat as he hit one towards the third baseman. It deflected off the third baseman to the shortstop, who threw him out, and then on one pitch, Nipple flies out to the left fielder. So 3 up and 3 down. The relief pitchers of Erdahl and Cushing getting work done quickly. We're going to step aside. You're going to go to the bottom of the 8th inning. You're watching PrepSpotlight.tv. Minnetonka, the Millers, leading 8-2 as we go to the bottom of the 8th.
What's special about high school sports? The passion, the excitement, the memories.
Down on 3 at the buzzer. Good! It's good! DuBois wins it for the Rebels.
It's about impacting your community, connecting your business to this audience. This is where your customers live, where they shop. This is their circle of life. This is where your business should be. Connect with your best potential customers. This is your invitation. Get in the game.
New pitcher in for the Metro Knights, Duke Coburn. Pitching,
Leading off for the Millers in the bottom half of the 8th inning.
Blaine
center fielder
Rutledge
number
is
15, Blaine Rutledge.
He's coming in, or is going to stay in to hit here in the 8th. Rutledge with 3 base hits, 2 RBIs, including a home run in the 6th inning. So Cushing has his inning. I'm not sure if he's going to finish up in the 9th or not, but Duke Colborn comes in. So Austin Vanderwilly comes in and faces 5 batters only, in part with a little help from a ground ball double play. So Colborn facing Rutledge. And then we'll have some more. Oh. Missing with the curveball to the left-handed hitting Rutledge. Looks like on deck we will have Mason Nadolny. Pitch high. Rutledge works the count to 3-1. And pitch misses. So Rutledge will reach base again. That's his 4th straight time that he's reached base. This time with a walk. So Colborn comes in with a walk. And now it is going to be
batting now for the Millers,
Mason,
number 30, Mason
Nadolny. First pitch is a strike from Colborn. Bottom of the 8th inning, score 8-2, Minnetonka in front. Colborn, the right-hander, comes back. The fastball that is fouled straight back. Nadolny getting his first at-bat. Looks like Will Sturrock is on deck. Sturrock will bat next. Mason is his 2nd year with Minnetonka. The ball gets past and on to second base. Rutledge will go back as a foul tip, I believe. He's heading back. Rutledge heading back to first. 8-2 the score. Game put a little bit out of reach with the 3 solo home runs in the 6th inning from Minnetonka. Rutledge with his hands on his knees as he's taking his lead at first, and Nadolny is going to go down looking. Good curveball, hard breaking ball by Colborn, and the first strikeout, his first strikeout. That's going to bring up number 26.
Batting now is going to be number 26, Will Sturrock.
Will Sturrock, also in his first year. So Sturrock hitting for Schallenberger. Schallenberger, one of the home runs. Strike 1 called. Runner at first is Rutledge. Sturrock at the plate with 1 out. Duke Colborn. Fastball, ground ball to second. Nipple flips over to second for 1. Over to short for 1 and another double play. So this time it goes 4-6-3. Second grounded into double play, and
after 8 innings complete,
relievers
score of Metro Knights 2
have done their job for the Metro Knights.
Downtown Minneapolis at Target Field, and Missile Twins lead the Royals 3-2 in the top of the 6th inning.
And we'll go take one more break, and we'll be back for the top of the 9th inning.
Open. Please make your way over there if you're looking for a snack or drink.
PrepSpotlight.tv. Your coverage of the State A baseball tournament, Minnetonka leading the Metro Knights 8-2. All right, we're back here in what should be the final 3 outs. Another pitcher into the game. Number 27, Alex Twangy. Very familiar name. Minnetonka households. Paul, head coach of the Skipper baseball team, a very successful program at Minnetonka.
On the mound now for Minnetonka, number 27, Alex Twangy. And starting off the efforts, top half of the ninth for the Knights, right fielder number 37, Josh Thorpe.
So we're going to have some pinch hitters here. Oh, I guess this is Thorpe. I'm sorry. I thought we were going to have a couple pinch hitters, but it is Thorpe leading off. He has an RBI. Double in this game. That was the RBI that tied it. So we'll see as we go through the ninth inning right here. Another hard throwing. Right-hander. Big number 27, and he is falling behind 2-0 to Thorpe. Minnetonka trying to cruise on into a state quarterfinal appearance where they'll take on baseball 365 next week. 4 o'clock is when that game will start. 4 p.m. on Saturday. Again, the game is here at St. Anthony Village, also on PrepSpotlight.tv. Pitcher delivers on the 2-1 pitch, and Thorpe with another base hit. That's his second knock of the game. That's single. Sharply to center field.
Next up is going to be the first baseman.
We'll bring up Ben
20,
Suits.
Ben Suits.
Suits 1 for 3 with an RBI. He's trying to keep this inning alive and their season alive as the wind's beginning, the breeze beginning to blow again here in St. Anthony Village. Beautiful setting here behind the high school. Leadoff single from Thorpe. Josh Thorpe, who attends St. Thomas University of St. Thomas. First pitch in against Suits is a strike. When he delivers, inside, 1-1. They need 6 runs to keep this thing going into the bottom of the ninth inning. Otherwise, Minnetonka's just 3 outs away. This game was tied 1-1 till the 4th inning. They tied it. The Knights tied it 1-1 in the 4th, and then the Millers went on to score 4 runs, all with 2 outs. Strike 2 to Suits. And that sets the tone for the rest of the game. Those 5 straight batters coming to the plate and reaching in the 4th inning. 2 outs in the 4th inning. The game was tied 1-1 at that point in time. And they have not looked back. Twangy with the strikeout. Suits goes down. He'll finish the game 1 for 4, more than likely.
Designated hitter now, number 15, Andrew Murphy.
Andrew Murphy at the plate. He's 0 for 3. Hit 2 balls to center field and then a pop up to second base. 1 down here in the bottom or top of the ninth. And the first pitch from Murphy, and this is not Murphy. It's number 47. As we'll go to their roster and pick up number 47 for you. This is Colin Columbus from St. Paul. Colin Columbus into the game. Our public address announcer not paying full attention to what's going on. Austin Gerlo is on deck. So Columbus now batting his first appearance of the game with a runner at first and 1 out. Twangy delivers and a strike. Minnetonka had Brandon Broxy start the game, and he pitched 6 strong innings. And it'll have a reliever in each, the 7th, 8th, and 9th inning. Columbus fires one off the netting of the dugout of the Millers, and trying to knock a couple down en route to the end of this game. Base hit from Thorpe led off this inning. He's at first base. Score is 8-2. Minnetonka looking to advance on. Played in the state championship game last year. Curveball just misses off the plate. Two hops from on the mound to signify that he thought that was a strike. Pitch fouled away by Columbus. One down. And the ball is going to be lifted out to right field and will be put away there. So 2 down. And Gerolo will.
Correction, the previous batter was pinch hitting, number 47, Colin Columbus. And now batting for the Metro Knights, third baseman, number 32, Austin Gerolo.
Gerolo 0 for 2, but he did reach on a walk to a walk in the 5th inning. So he's 0 for 2. First pitch strike, and possibly the final batter of this one, and moving Minnetonka onto the quarters. Runner at first. Thorpe looks in. Pitch, fastball, strike 2. And Gerolo now down to his final strike. O2 pitch into the dirt. Thorpe is going to stay still. And the count goes to 1 ball, 2 strikes to Austin Gerolo. 2 down here in the top of the 9th inning. The Minnetonka Millers looking to move on to the next round. Gerolo is going to get caught swinging. He tried to check it, and he is called out on strikes, and that ends the inning. So a couple strikeouts to end it in the 9th. 3 relievers close out the win for Brandon Broxy, and the final score is 9-2.
6 has been completed. Metro Knights after 9-2, and
the Minnetonka Millers will move on to a 4 o'clock showdown next week on the quarterfinals with the team from Baseball 365. We're going to step aside for a little bit and come back after this break. Quick wrap up, and we'll call it good and get you ready for the 4 o'clock game, as we've got a showdown between Highland Park and the St. Paul Capitals. That's coming up at 4 o'clock, and that game will be called by Ren Clayton. We'll be right back after this on PrepSpotlight.tv.
What's special about high school sports? The passion, the excitement, the memories.
Now a 3 in the buzzer. Good! It's good! DuBois wins it for the Rebels.
It's about impacting your community, connecting your business to this audience. This is where your customers live, where they shop. This is their circle of life. This is where your business should be. Connect with your best potential customers. This is your invitation. Get in the game.
And welcome back to Palm Field in St. Anthony Village. Game over. The Minnetonka Millers, not really a surprise. 8-2 winners over the Metro Knights. They knocked them out. They knocked Metro out last year from the state tournament, and they will do so again this year. Congratulations to the Knights on a good season. Minnetonka moves on. So let's a quick look at the unofficial scores. Scoring line: 8 runs on 14 hits for the Minnetonka Millers. 3 home runs hit in the game, all coming as solo shots in the 6th inning. Home runs from Blaine Rutledge, from Joe Schallenberger, and from Mike Davis. Those were the big blows. Davis with 3 runs batted in. I've got Joe Abalera with 2 runs batted in, and Blaine Rutledge with 2 runs batted in. as the top offensive performers. The winning pitcher will be Brandon Broxy. He goes 6 innings, strikes out 5, gives up 4 hits, 2 runs, both of them earned. The losing pitcher, Lance Kildee, for the Metro Knights. He got knocked around, especially at the end. He battled early, but got knocked around at the end. 5 1/3 innings pitched for him, 13 hits, giving up 8 runs, including those 3 home runs before he was done. Both bullpens doing a very good job cleaning things up. So that does it for your final. That does it for game 6 out of 8 here in the Sweet 16. Minnetonka Millers 8-2 the final. We'll be back with a game at 4 o'clock. It is Highland Park versus the St. Paul Capitals. The winner moving on to the quarterfinals. Ren Clayton will have your call. Thanks to David Ogle for his hard work on the camera. I'm Andy Price. You're watching PrepSpotlight.tv.